All right, everyone. All right, we're going to start today's meeting. All right. I know we have a lot of people here today. I just want to welcome everybody to our, hey guys. Shh, thank you. Which one? All right, everybody raise your hand in the back. All the kids. All the kids, raise your hands. We want to be peaceful and quiet so we can hear the business of the council. Awesome, thank you. All righty, well today is August 11th at 3 p.m. We are going to be starting our city council meeting, and I just want to welcome everybody. We're going to be starting with the invocation from Chaplain Frank Correa from the VFW, and then we're going to have the flag salute from the students of the Little Explorer Homeschool Co-op today, and we're going to go from there. So if I can please call up Chaplain Frank Correa, I'd appreciate it. Hello, sir, good to see you.
If you will join me in an opening prayer. Thank you. Almighty God, we come before you today asking for your guidance over the leaders, the staff, the residents, and everyone who gathers for this city council meeting. May every decision be made with wisdom, integrity, humility, and a sincere commitment for our common good. We give thanks for the freedoms we enjoy as Americans and for the men and women who have served and sacrificed to protect them. Protect our American forces currently deployed around the world, wherever they may be, and for our first responders who protect and serve us here right at home. Help us to all work together in a spirit of unity, respect, love of country and city, so that Temecula may be a place of peace, opportunity, and hope for generations to come. And it is in your most holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. And I have something for you at the end, so don't leave too soon. And if I can call up the students of Little Explorers Homeschool Co-op, please, to do the flag salute. And just to let everybody know, while I have a ton of kids here, for the rest of the year, one of the things that has been a tradition for this year is I invite children to come up to be able to do the flag salute, whether independently or as a group. And so if anybody is interested, please reach out to me via email, and we'll see if we can get you on the schedule. So, young ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being here, and I'm going to kick it off to all of you experts.
Please stand for the flag.
Please take off all hats, caps, and sunglasses.
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you guys. I'm going to have your group come up here real quick. Come on up for the little co-op. 1, 2. Here, you guys each take one of those. Make sure I got enough. There you go. Go ahead and grab one. You're welcome, guys. All right. Thank you guys for doing your part. And this is a great example of just doing their civic duty, and so I want to continue to encourage everybody to be able to participate in some way. So that being said, we're going to move on to the roll call, please.
Mayor Alexander.
Here.
Councilmember Kalfas.
Here.
Councilmember Ron is absent. Councilmember Schwank.
Here.
Councilmember Stewart.
Here.
Outstanding. Okay, so we are next going to move into our presentations. We have just a few people here tonight. And we are first going to start out by our first presentation. So every single council meeting this year, because we're celebrating our 250th year of our country, and so each council meeting, we start out with a quote from our founding fathers, really to go back to the beginning of what our country was founded upon and what we stand upon today. So that being said, I'm going to be passing that over to Councilmember Schwank, who has a quote that he's going to share and explain.
Thank you very much, Mayor Alexander, and thank you all. So tonight's quote is by Benjamin Franklin, and it goes, "I confess that I do not entirely approve of this Constitution at present, but sir, I am not sure I shall never approve of it." I started reading this book. It's called Always Say. It's essentially America through like the 15 most consequential speeches, and it starts off with this Benjamin Franklin speech, and it's at the Constitutional Convention. And actually, Benjamin Franklin was sick at the time. He didn't even say it. He gave it to someone else to read. So they read this, and this was like essentially the last thing that anyone heard before they voted on whether or not to ratify the Constitution. And the quote continues. It says, "For having lived long, I've experienced many instances of being obliged by better information or fuller consideration to change opinions, even on important subjects, which I once thought were right, but found to be otherwise. It is therefore, the older that I grow, the more apt I am to doubt my own judgment and pay more respect to the judgment of others." And I think like in this speech, he doesn't talk about the Constitution like at all. He talks about compromise, right? And we're sort of like left with this vision of, and you've probably seen them whether online or at the Capitol, like these John Trumbull paintings that sort of like, you have all these founding fathers and they look like they're all, all in agreement, right? They clearly were not in agreement, right? This was like this ideological battle. There were bias, there was self-interest, power, but in the end, they got behind this compromise, right? And it's that compromise that gives us a country we inherited today. And I always think it's nice to just sort of reflect on, we all have different beliefs, we have different biases, we have different upbringings, and I think it's important that we all sort of listen to each other, reflect, and sort of use that. And when I read that, I initially was like, oh, I hope Mayor Alexander lets me do another quote, because I knew like right away I wanted to do it. If you have time, read the speech. It's not very long, and also the book is very wonderful as well. Thank you.
All right, wonderful, great quote. I appreciate you for putting that out there. All right, next one for presentations of certificates of recognition to the Temecula Valley Girls Softball Association and Temecula Little League All-Star teams. Do we have anybody that's here for that today? All right, so I'll be calling up today the presidents of the league, Chris LePage and Ethan Sinnott, if I'm saying that right, and I apologize if I'm butchering your names. Come on up. I'm also going to call our council down there right after you guys come on up. I'm going to have you guys say a few words. You guys can go right over there to the podium. All right, and I'm going to give you guys the floor to just basically talk about why we're here today. And I think you guys have the floor to be able to give out all the certificates, and myself and the other council members are going to come down as well to just be able to congratulate your teams. So if you guys want to start out by saying a few words.
All right, Chris LePage, President Temecula Little League. First and foremost, thank you all for inviting our young athletes who represented our town in such high esteem. I think Southern California is, well recognized as one of the most difficult Little League tournament circuits in all the country. We had 3 teams this year from Temecula Little League make it all the way to the state tournament. Very difficult to do. Very proud of all those teams. I think it goes without saying, I'm proud of all the coaches, all the players, all their families. It was amazing to watch. I got to go see players I've probably coached since T-ball, playing all the way up. And just watching the cheering from the stands, the teamwork from the kids, helping each other up, battling, grinding it out. Win or lose, all these kids battle, and it's so fun to watch and such a great thing to be a part of. So once again, congratulations to all the players, all the coaches, all the families. Thank you to the city of Temecula, and very proud of everything they've accomplished. So I'll call up each team. Can the coach say a couple words? Or?
Absolutely.
Right. So I'll call up each team individually. Start with oldest to youngest, actually. We'll go with 50-70 here. So this is our kind of 13-year-old age group. I believe, as far as we know, they may be the winningest team in Temecula Little League history. Won multiple games at state this year, which is, again, very tough to do. So 50-70, come on down.
All right, we'll go down.
We've got manager Eric Schaefer here to say a couple words.
Yeah, like Chris said, kind of to mimic what he said, I've had the opportunity to coach many of these kids since they were 4 years old all the way to 13. Incredibly proud of what they accomplished and what they've done over the years. It's fantastic to see their growth. as individuals within the community. They're all upstanding young gentlemen, and you guys will see them in the high schools and the future circuits in baseball. I can almost guarantee it. So super proud of them. Thank you, City, for everything. Thank you, guys. Here's our 50-70 team. We have 2 banners. We won. Since 1980, this is, on record, the farthest winning team of Temecula Little League's history. So here they are.
Good job, boys. All right, next up, 12U and manager Sean Wright.
My secretary didn't tell me to bring the banner. Thanks a lot, Rebecca. No, I'd like to thank the city for this recognition. It's very important to showcase the up-and-coming future leaders of Temecula, which these boys all definitely are that. A couple words to describe this team. We definitely weren't the biggest out there, but they had the most grit, the most heart, the most teamwork that I've ever seen in a team come together. Battled all the way through districts, made it all the way to the championship in sections, and honestly, I couldn't be more proud of how quickly this team came together in the short couple months that we had together. So, boys, tip my hat to you guys once again. It was a great season. We need permanent fences at Reagan too, by the way.
Good job. Good job, guys. Amazing. Great work. Work hard. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. All right. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna skip the 11U team. I'm the manager, so I can stay up here. We're gonna go right to 10U, and coach manager James Schlagenhoff.
Yeah, thank you, City Council, for recognizing this group of young athletes. I really appreciate that. I did just want to highlight real quick, the 10U team started their journey in Lake Elsinore, where they led up only 5 runs, and they put down 40 runs, sweeping the tournament. From there, they went over to Yucaipa, where the competition definitely got more tight, but still pulled out the sweep to get their state championship acceptance there. Fortunately, our state championship didn't go as planned, but 70 days this summer we spent with these kids, tremendous athletes, where they grew and really became a team. This group started from many different teams, and over that 70 days grew into one really successful team, and I'm super proud of them.
Gentlemen, great job.
Thank you. And next up, 8U and manager Diego Velasquez.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council members. On behalf of the Temecula Little League 8U team, I sincerely want to thank you for recognizing our kids today. This season was extremely special. The young athletes worked hard, they competed with heart. Most importantly, they learned the meaning of teamwork, discipline, and supporting one another. I'm extremely proud of them, not only for winning the championship, but also for representing Temecula well in and out of the field. I want to thank Coach Dennis Thompson and also Adam Xavier for the countless hours and also the families that joined us. Not only did they spend countless hours out in the field, but their encouragement and their support for their kids was unwavering. Thank you to the city again for supporting our kids' sports and for supporting our boys and girls. Thank you. Get closer, get closer. Over there. Watch over there, guys.
Good job. Nice job. All right, guys. Strong handshake. Strong handshake. There you go. Coach. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, and last but not least, the 11U team in which I was honored to manage. All right, this team was incredibly special to me. The team has heard it a few times now, but I don't know if, just so everyone knows, it's the Little League All-Star Tournament is a double elimination format. If you win, you keep going. And there's different stages, and each tournament takes place at a different place. The state tournament this year was actually held in Mira Mesa, my hometown where I grew up and actually played Little League. And I was fortunate enough to share the same fields that I played on and spent my springs and summers playing with this team right here because they were able to make it all the way to the state championship. I didn't share that with them beforehand, but when we made it, it was just a flurry of emotions. I'll never forget sharing the field with these guys. Thank you to the coaching staff and the parents for all your support. We set a great example on and off the field, and it showed. We got a lot of compliments on our team and their play, and most importantly, their attitude. So congratulations, you guys. Keep it going. I hope you guys keep playing forever, all right? We're going to go this way with handshakes, guys. Thank you so much.
You ready next? How many teams you got?
5. 4. I think one canceled.
All right, I'm Ethan Sinnott. I'm the president for TVGSA. Thank you all for being here, City. We really thank you guys for recognizing these girls. Our All-Star program this year was very unique in the sense that we had some brand new girls to the league hopping on the All-Star team. We had seasoned veterans on the All-Star teams. All these different age groups just battling and coming through adversity and working together as a team. So I'm really proud to be the president of this organization. I'm really proud of each of every one of these players and these coaches that put the time in. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, and then we'll get these awards going. We'll start with our 8U Silver team. Coach George Tapia is going to give a little speech about it, but this team, I got to help coach, and it was just an awesome experience.
Good afternoon, everyone. Everybody, thank you for having us here. So this team is actually very special. This group of girls they're not all here today, but every single player on this team was a first-year All-Star. We were together for maybe 4 or 5 weeks before we headed up into our second tournament. That tournament was in Poway, where these girls ended up playing 5 games in just under 33 hours. On the second day, they played 4, making it to the final, so they earned their first piece of hardware. These girls absolutely improved tremendously from the first day to the last day, and the most rewarding thing about it was at the end of our last tournament, when I was starting to choke up and get emotional, I heard these girls starting to talk about, are we going to do it again next year? So as a coach, I felt like I did my job. We might not have had the best record, but as long as I made every one of these girls want to come back and play, it was good enough for me. So thank you, everybody.
All right, and the next team, we have Kyle Stoddard and the 8U Gold team.
You do it for me? What's up, Brendan? How you doing?
Come on, girls. You guys. You don't bite.
Come on. First of all, thank you to the city of Temecula for having us out today and giving us a chance to celebrate these girls. These girls worked extremely hard to represent the city of Temecula proud. At every practice and game, they showed grit, toughness, and dedication. It was amazing to watch these girls grow as softball players, but even more rewarding to watch their growth as young people. Yes, they became better players, but the really special part was watching them buy into the things that go far beyond softball. Learning how to respond to failure, how to be a great teammate, how to overcome obstacles, and how to keep competing when things get tough. I truly believe this game and softball is more than about softball. It's about helping develop confident, resilient young women and future leaders of this community. Girls, I'm incredibly proud of each one of you, and to the families, thank you for all your support this season. I know that Temecula will continue to invest in these young athletes by providing the fields and resources they need to grow, compete, and continue representing this community. Thank you, Temecula, and go Temecula.
All right, then we go to our 10U Silver, coached by Megan Wright. Keep scooting down, ladies, keep scooting down.
All right, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that speech, so I'll give it a try. This was my first year coaching All-Stars, and it was such an honor. These girls are so dedicated. They played with heart and smile every game. I'm just so proud of them. They grew on and off the field, and that's so important. I just have a few thank yous as well. Thank you to the city for recognizing us and all the teams today. Thank you to my coaches, and I always say it takes a village to manage a team, and it does. I had the best volunteer coaches. I had the best team moms and supporting parents, so thank you for your dedication. And last but most importantly, thank you to you girls. It was such a fun season. It ended with happy tears. They wanted to come back, and they wanted to keep playing, and they didn't want it to be over. So I think that means we had a successful season, and I'm so proud of them. I'm going to miss you girls, and keep playing hard. A lot of you girls are moving up. Some are staying in 10, some are staying in 12, so keep challenging yourselves, be good teammates, and play hard. I'm proud of you.
All right, and now we have our battle-hardened Warriors in blue, the 12U Cherry Bombs, coached by John Monday.
Oh, I can't begin to tell you how proud of these girls I am. First of all, thank you to the City Council, TVGSA, for making all this possible. Thanks to my coaches, Andrea, Scott, Stephanie. Without you guys, none of this could happen. I want to talk about these girls spent their whole entire summer playing softball. We had 28 practices, 84 hours of organized practice alone, on top of playing 34 games, which is pretty freaking amazing. Watching you guys grow, because I've had most of you guys on Select and now All-Stars, just the on the field, the off the field growth is just crazy, and I'm so proud of you guys. So this team accomplished a lot this season. District champions, won the whole tournament. Then we went to the state tournament, qualified high enough to go to the regional tournament, where we ended up really having a really good run and getting third place. So it's not about winning and losing, but it does make it feel a little bit better, and just super proud of you guys. So good job, Cherry Bombs.
Good job, girls. Good job, girls. Where are you going, Zoe? You gotta shake hands. Good job, ladies. Good job, Cherry Bombs. Good job, coach. Thank you.
All right, so just a few words, I think, from our council here, and I'll start off as the mayor here. First off, I just want to thank each group for coming in today and just seeing how well this community just operates as a whole. And I first off want to just say to the players, great job. I know it takes dedication, it takes girth, it takes a lot more than just showing up to be able to win and to be able to advance in areas like this, to be able to be successful. And so I just want to say thank you to the players. Next, I want to say thank you to the parents. You guys are the ones who drive them. Y'all are the ones who are waiting in your cars or rooting them on, making sure they have their snacks, their water, their uniforms. If it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be where they're at today. So thank you for continuing your dedication. And then to the coaches, the volunteers, the moms who are there showing up all the time to make sure everything's prepped, thank you guys. Because again, if all of you weren't doing your jobs, these players wouldn't be successful, and it takes a community to work together. So thank you guys. Ladies, it's so great to see just a vast amount of ages, from these little young women to like women over here, and then same with the guys. I'm just astonished to see how much you guys can accomplish. So thank you and great job.
So again, thank you all for coming for this event and giving us an opportunity to recognize you. And just sort of building off what Mayor Alexander said, it's like sometimes we'll be out in the community, or maybe we'll be in a subcommittee and we're talking about our fields. And they're not just fields, right? They're places where leaders are born, where people grow. We raise better human beings and create a more compassionate and loving community. And I think that's the thing that I see here. You see this camaraderie, you see this teamwork. Those skills transfer to real life, and we need a little bit more of that. So we'll continue to invest in our fields and make them as great as possible to keep drawing you all out to come and enjoy them. I think it's a huge asset and kind of what makes Temecula the place that it really is. It's a wonderful place to be.
I will keep it. Hello, hello. There we go. I will keep it short and sweet. This is one of the best days of the year, Little League Day and Softball Day. Congratulations to everyone on a fantastic spring season. Now we got to put all the success of spring behind us because it's fall ball. Good luck to everyone playing in the fall, and we'll see you all soon. Congratulations again.
And hello? All right. So congratulations, Team Temecula. That's what this is, right? We are all Temeculans playing a sport that we all love. So congratulations. Now go home and get ready for school tomorrow. Okay, have a nice night.
All right, we'll give them a minute to exit, and then we'll continue.
I don't think I have any.
Okay. Let me know. Okay. All right, couple more seconds. All right, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next presentation. I'm going to ask Ms. Julie No, the Executive Director of the Rose Foundation, regarding organizational mission and upcoming events. And one of the things that is so important about this is because this gives opportunities. You're going to do great. This gives opportunities for our community to see the amazing work that sometimes gets done behind the scenes. And having also known Julie for about 6 or 7 years, I see the kind of work that she does, and it's not just in one area. She is literally a woman behind the scenes supporting so many, but as a leader, she always raises others up. And I love that about her. I love how she just continues to just do amazing things and brings knowledge to so many areas in our community. So, Miss Julie, I'm going to give you the floor and let us know exactly what you do.
Thank you. So that is our event that's coming up. But good afternoon, Mayor Alexander and council members and team. My name is Julie No, and I am the executive director of the Rose Again Foundation, but you probably know me in other hats. This is my passion project. So it was founded 14 years ago by Rhonda Ranke and her granddaughter Natalie after a mission trip. The mission was simple for Rose Again Foundation. It was to fill in the gaps of our foster care system. And I'm proud to be here today to tell you about the children, the young adults, and the families that we serve. Rose Again supports children in foster care, the families caring for them, and the young adults transitioning out of the system. Our goal is simple: to step in and fill in the gaps as needed and make sure that these young people know that they are valued, cared for, capable, and not alone. It's the same mission from 14 years ago, and it's the same mission going forward. Sometimes that help is needed immediately, so it's a little bit about the programs that we offer. A child may be placed with a foster family with little to no notice and arrive with very few belongings. Rose Again provides emergency placement items such as clothing, pajamas, toiletries, diapers, and everyday essentials. These items help the foster families welcome the child into their home and help the kids feel cared for right away, and especially during a very frightening, uncertain time. A lot of times people ask us why we do that, don't they get help? But one of the things is that they are so busy prepping for their home that there are so many things that may fall through, so we're there just to help them with those items. Another important part of our work is the Kids SOAR tutoring program. Many foster kids fall behind in school, not because they aren't smart or capable, but because their lives have been so disrupted. Many have changed home several times, changed school several times. Some may never have been to school, and others have experienced things that no kid should have ever experienced, and they're kept out of the general public. With Kids SOAR, we provide one-on-one tutoring, often in the child's home, for 10 to 15 hours every month. Our tutors do more than just help with reading and math. They show up consistently, they encourage our kids, they celebrate their progress, and they help rebuild their confidence. The most important word there is they're consistent, and that's why we do the program in-home, making sure that they're comfortable and that they're in an environment that they're very used to. Tutoring foster kids can sometimes be very challenging, and a lot of that is just because where they've been or haven't been. We also believe foster children deserve the same opportunities as other children. That is why we also help with extracurricular activities such as sports, which was so great to see today, music, dance, camp, and any other program that the parents may feel that the child needs. These experiences give our children a chance to discover their talents, make friends outside of the system, feel included, and simply enjoy being a kid. Rose Again also supports our young adults who are aging out of the system. Imagine turning 18 without family support that so many of us take for granted. Imagine not having a mom or dad to ask if the chicken's bad because you've left it in the refrigerator for a week and a half. Just those simple things. These young adults may be trying to find a job, they may get to work, they may trying to continue their education, or it's simply just try to live. Most of the time, it's absolutely on their own. Sometimes what they need is so simple. Clothes for a job interview, which we just did the other day. Samuel got his first job. We were so proud of him. We got him some Dickies and a couple of T-shirts to make sure he looks good on his first day. It could be a gas card, it could be an Uber ride to work, or it could just be someone who says, I believe in you. We have also started a program where every other month we're delivering toiletries to the young adults because food is such an expensive thing right now that we don't want them to have to choose. So we bring them toilet paper, paper towels. Sometimes it's as simple as cleaning products. That's really all they ask for. They don't ask for much at all. We may not be able to change everything that has happened in a child's life, but we can help change what happens next. When you donate, volunteer, share our story, or connect with us, with someone who can help, you become a part of their next chapter. Thank you for believing in Rose Again Foundation and helping these young people rise again. And thanks for letting me share my story today.
Thank you. I have a question. So if I was to ask you two things that your organization, other than finances, because every organization needs that, so just take note of that, everybody. She needs it, the organization, but how can we help as a community?
drives, any drives that do cleaning products. We don't necessarily need food because sometimes these kids really don't know what to do with it. So we have other programs that have cooking programs, but honestly, toilet paper, paper towels, toilet bowl cleaners, wipes, Lysol, all of that stuff, they need every other month. And so we're creating 15 to 20 boxes a month and taking them to them, or sometimes they'll come to us and pick it up, or however it is. Sometimes they need it sooner, depending on how many foster kids are living in one, emancipated kids are living in one apartment. Most of them live up on Rancho Cal, and so it's a great thing if you could just collect those things. We have an Amazon wish list that has a lot of that. Sometimes if we have a couple of kids ready to move into an apartment, we'll ask for the basic sheet sets and things like that. But again, we try not to do things that other organizations are doing. So I know there are some organizations already doing those sheet sets, so we'll reach out to them. But the cleaning products are really the thing that we need, because number one, it's so expensive. And number two, it's not something we want them to spend their money on. We want them to spend their money on gas and food, some way to get to work, and something to nourish them.
Very
and we
wise.
can take care of the rest.
All righty. Well, I thank you for your time.
Thank
Council,
you.
any comments or any questions? Wonderful.
So do you work primarily with the foster families, so the parents in the household?
We do.
And helping their needs
Yeah.
for these foster kids. But the tutoring aspect, so again, are you working with the foster parents to see if there's a kid who needs extra help?
Yes, we do. So we know that the school system can help, but sometimes these kids, it's a lot more difficult to work with them. And a lot of times they have to leave. They've got so many appointments outside of just going to school. So when the parents reach out to us, or when the social worker through Child Protective Services reaches out to us, we will work with the tutors that we use. They'll go through a curriculum of what the child needs, and we also get a progress report. Because we do this, we want this to be supportive and not just something that they're just getting. And so every 2 or 3 months, the tutor will send it to us. Once the curriculum that they did was over, they'll come back and say, okay, this child progressed, they did great, here's what's next. Do I have a second to tell a quick story? When I just, a few months ago, I left a young girl. She was about five, nonverbal. And she used one of our tutors to help, because going to school and then coming home and getting the confidence to learn to speak and do all of those things. So that was really cool, because the last time I saw her, she walked up to her and said, "Hello, Julie." And I was just like, oh my gosh. When I first met her, all she knew was to tug at me and go, and wave at what she wanted. But after that, it was really nice. It was about 5 months later. And so that's another thing our tutors can help with, is nonverbal kids, or kids who just don't have the full vocabulary of speech yet. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate you and your team. Keep up the great work,
Thank you.
and I really hope that you guys continue to flourish.
Thank you, and
All
thank
right.
you for having me.
Thank you. All right, our fourth and last presentation today. We are full of presentations, which is great. This is going to be by Chris Bailey, the chairman of the board of Visit Temecula Valley, regarding the Travel Economic Impact Report. So we're very excited to hear this. Thank you for coming in, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Mayor Alexander, members of the City Council, and city staff. It is great to be here with you today. I'm Chris Bailey, Board Chair of Visit Temecula Valley, and I am thrilled to share some wonderful news from our latest Economic Impact Report prepared by Dean Runyon and Associates. Despite a decline in tourism for many regions across the country, Temecula Valley continues to thrive. We are the beneficiaries of massive Southern California drive market with more than 20 million residents within a 2-hour drive. The report shows that direct travel spending, jobs, tax revenue, and overnight visitation all posted gains in 2025. Direct travel spending generated a massive $1.2 billion for our local economy, marking a 1.7% increase year over year. That success flows right back into our community. Here are a few examples. Jobs and payroll tourism now supports 9,650 local jobs, with direct worker earnings jumping 7.4% to $415.2 million. City services, the industry generated $53 million in direct tax revenue, a 1.5 gain that goes straight to funding public safety, road improvements, and city beautification. Over the past year, we have been seeing a shift from quick day trippers to multi-day vacationers. Overnight stays grew 1.3%, which translates to about 1.6 million trips. While Temecula Valley wine country continues to be a key anchor, visitors are spending across our entire business ecosystem. Arts, entertainment, and recreation reached $397 million, up 3.1%. Food services and dining spending rose to $236 million, up 4.8%. Retail sales reached $107 million, up 1.9%. Travelers are staying longer, exploring more, and investing in every corner of our city. We look forward to continuing our strong partnership with the city to support our local business owners, protect our high quality of life, and keep this multi-day tourism momentum going. To riff off of Zach's statement here, we wanted to say Ben Franklin famously wrote, "Traveling is one way of lengthening life, at least in appearance." And that was him reflecting on how rich experiences make time feel expansive. So there you go. Go Ben. So thank you very much.
All right, Chris, thank you. Does any of my council have any questions? Wait, hold on.
So I was told that we have about 3 million visitors a year into Old Town. I didn't see that statistic. I see the overnight stays of 1.6.
Yeah.
But has that increased too?
Yes, slightly increased, and I believe it was in that 3 million range that you're talking about.
All right.
I think it was 3.25.
That's what I was hoping to hear, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, to my left.
Chris,
Yes.
thank you so much for the presentation and tying it into Ben Franklin. He was certainly well-traveled and loved his wine, and among other things. So, sitting in the seat, we often get sort of inundated with, there's just so much traffic in Temecula, right? But a lot of, the flip side of that coin is, I don't know that I could imagine a world in where we didn't have this travel and tourism industry in our community. The amount of jobs, the tax revenue, just the culture that it brings, it clearly enhances our community. I'm curious if you'd be willing to go stand on the corner with a duck pond and hold up some of those $1.2 billion signs and let folks know that there could be a world where we didn't have this industry, where we didn't have these jobs, where Old Town didn't look the way it did. It's obviously always a balance. There are some negative externalities with some of this stuff, but on average, or sort of more broadly, we are much better off for the work that you're all doing in creating this world that we live in and a place that we can call home. So thank
100%. I respond really quick to that. Visit Temecula Valley, one of our missions is to protect ourselves from over-tourism, right? I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah. And shepherding the industry in such a way that it doesn't have negative impacts. And I got to call out again, that freeway continues to get improved. Things opened up again, and that traffic's flowing better than it's ever flowed. And that's a direct result of you guys. So we're here to shepherd, make sure that we're not producing over-tourism, but at the same time, a place you want to visit is a place you want to live. So
for sure, and you all are doing a great job, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
And Chris, I want to say thank you for partnering with the city, with your team, because it shows. We're seeing the numbers increase. We're seeing great things. So thank you. Great job. Okay, the next one is going to be Board and Commissions report. We have a planning commissioner, Linnea Shirley Trejo, who's going to be giving us our report, please.
Hello. That was so great to see all the little leaguers.
I know.
Took me back. All right, so this afternoon, our commissioners, myself, I am the chair, and then we have David Maddox, Fernando Solis, Bob Hagel, and Mark Watson, and Bob is my vice chair. So for those that don't know, the Planning Commission serves as a designated statutory planning agency for the city of Temecula. I always have people asking me what I actually do, and it really is anything new that comes into the city, we usually see. And if there are any zone changes, then that also goes to the city council. And we have to have required public hearings. So our last public hearing was on August 5th. Next slide, please. There we go. So first of all, we received a presentation regarding the Old Town wayfinding signage for 3 types of signage for parking structure, directory, and wayfinding. And so the primary function of this project is to get people parked fast and be able to experience Old Town. So that was really interesting. That's going to look great, and it's kind of I think it's kind of an AI thing right now, so it's not true to scale, but it's going to look better. So we supported that project, 5-0. Next slide. And then we also heard amendments to the Title 17, and personally very excited about this. This is alcohol use permit, AUP requirements. So what that means, that is intended for all uses that involve alcohol that are not permitted by right moving forward. And the function of the AUP is to be reviewed by the same departments as other land use permits, and as such will have the same fee as a conditional use permit, which we do have now, the CUPs. And the Planning Commission would be the approval authority, which is similar to the current CUP process. The Planning Commission would be able to condition such permits appropriately. We would also review and be able to revoke on this process, and it would be streamlined to ensure the city has a prompt tool to address any establishments that are non-compliant with their AUP or pose a risk to public safety. There were no public speakers for this item, and we voted unanimously 5-0 on this one. Woohoo! Very excited about that one. And I think this was our last one. We heard a modification to a previously approved development plan for villages C1, C2, and C3 of the Altair specific plan. And this was to change from 212 attached row homes to 176 detached single-family dwellings and duplex units. And the reason for that was the project's location to very high fire severity zone and the difficulties that the row homes would be able to in getting insurance for this type of product. So there were no public speakers, and the Planning Commission voted 4-0. We had 1 recusal to approve the modification. And I think that's it. Any questions?
Any questions from the council? Go ahead.
So, go back to that last slide. So which is the one you approved? The one on the right or the one on the left? The modification. Which is the modification?
I think it's both of them are the modifications.
Oh, I see.
So the one on the left are the duplexes, and the one on the right are the single-family homes.
Okay, all right. That's it, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Commissioner Turley Trejo. Who is the recusal?
Bob Hagel.
Okay. Did he say why?
Yeah, he has some stock in a company that is connected to Altair in some way.
Okay.
So anytime we have an Altair, he has to recuse himself.
Okay, I did not know that. Thank you.
All right, Brendan? All right.
All
Thank
right.
you very much for your report.
You're welcome.
Great, thank you. All right, next we're going to move on to our public safety report. This is going to be from the County of Riverside Fire Department Battalion Chief, Mr. Josh Rivers. Take it away.
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, members of City Council. So this is the report for July. So your city firefighters ran 904 incidents in the month of July, which puts us on about average for the annual call volume. As you can see, our commercial multifamilies, we didn't have any in July, which is a very good thing. The majority of our incidents were medical emergencies, with 677 being medical incidents. Overall, the city went very well during the month, not too much going on, especially in the way of fire. If you could go to the next slide. I think we had it in there. So this is an event that occurred. The city was blessed to receive a brand new fire engine. So engine 12 here in Old Town, and we did a push-in ceremony. So you see us all pushing it in there, kind of an old tradition. So this is something that came to the city, and we have a few more of these engines that are predicted to be arriving over the next 6 months, 6 to 8 months. So you should start seeing more of them.
Wonderful.
That's it.
All righty, thanks to you and the rest of the firefighters. You guys are doing a great job keeping busy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the report. All right, next we're going to move into public comments for non-agendized item. Do we have any comments?
We do, Madam Mayor. We have a few comments. The first speaker is Yuan Hawks, to be followed by Michael Drew Davis. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. In addition, if you are online and wanting to speak on non-agendized items, please go ahead and raise your hand.
All righty, come on down, ma'am. Good afternoon, how are you? Good to see you.
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor and council members. My name is Dr. Yuan Hawks. I'm a candidate for Temecula City Council, District 5. I really appreciate the presentations about the 250th anniversary. Today, I want to share my perspective as a naturalized citizen. Many immigrants live here. If you go back far enough, most of us are descendants of immigrants. I believe in the American promise, a promise that in America, your future is not determined by where you begin. It's determined by where you are willing to go. I came to America with 2 suitcases and a dream on a full scholarship. I earned my PhD in molecular genetics and started my family in Temecula. I got married here, and I'm raising my family here. Temecula has been my home for the last 19 years. Looking back, I was like a little seedling, a transplant. America gave me the soil to flourish and the freedom to become who I am today. As Dr. Yuan, speaking a language that I once struggled with, now a proud citizen, a mother, a wife, an educator, and a believer. America did not hand me success, it gave me an opportunity. Through hard work, faith, perseverance, and many late nights, I found my American dream. And I am not alone. Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Paine, and Albert Einstein were all foreign-born patriots. Nobody can choose where you're born. Patriotism isn't about where you're born. It's about loving the country you call home, being grateful for its freedoms, serving your community, and leaving it stronger for the next generation. America gave me an opportunity. For that, I'm giving back by running for City Council. I will always be a forever grateful immigrant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time.
The next speaker is Michael Drew Davis, to be followed by Sheila York.
All right, hello, sir. It's been a little while. Yes. Good to see you.
Good to see you. I would like to thank you for the opportunity of sharing this evening. I would like to begin with thanking you for displaying the softball and the baseball teams. As a parent of a softball player who's now 23 years old, I miss those days, the time of community building and everything, giving an individual a place to see where they fit into the structure of their town. And thank you for giving me those beautiful memories of reminding me that I'm old because my daughter is now 23, but those beautiful memories of she finding her place in community. The reason I came in tonight is to fit into another level of sharing into that community. August is Transgender History Month. I just wanted a chance to share with you, to remind you, as we remember every part of the fabric of Temecula, our transgender siblings are very much a part of that. There's many transgender activists that has helped American culture become what it is. Everything from Marsha P. Johnson to Sylvia Rivera that were at the Stonewall Uprising that became the Gay Liberation Unit that we now call Pride. This history and action of individuals advocating for themselves. That history becomes the present as I think about people like Laverne Cox and Hunter Mills that still speak out for the acknowledgement of these dear friends and having a place of acceptance and care within their communities. Thank you for visibly showing that, having the kids to come forward, making sure that every voice has a place to be heard in this place. Even in topics that you disagree with, you open the door for those conversations. So I thank you for that. And as I share with you the acknowledgement of Transgender History Month, thank you for letting that history be a part of this fabric so that we can see a complete history for everyone, a future for everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The next speaker is Sheila York.
Good afternoon, ma'am. You don't have to run. You're good.
Good afternoon, leaders of Temecula, Jessica, our mayor, Jessica Alexander. I brought some flyers, and I'm so sorry I don't have anything to put up for everyone to see, but my name is Sheila York. I operate a Christian magazine called Our Valley Magazine, and I'm sure all of you guys all know MMA legend Dan Henderson. He started a nonprofit, which I'm honored to be a part of, and every year we do a golf tournament September 4th, and we basically pick a foundation that we want to come under and support. This year we're working with Veterans for Child Sex Trafficking. They actually catch predators, put them away. They're doing beautiful work. And so I wanted to invite everyone out September 4th. If you go to thehendofoundation.com, that is where you guys can register and to be a part of this amazing tournament. Everyone's doing it. We've got the hospitals, the car dealerships, you name it. Everyone's getting behind this, and I just wanted to invite the city and see if you guys would like to come and join us. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for just being amazing. I love you guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
If you want to drop those off with our city clerk, she'd be able to distribute them. Yeah, you had, I think, a minute left.
And also the Hendo Foundation, we are taking children, if they can't afford MMA, we are also accepting children in for free. No questions asked. Come on in. Wonderful men and women are trainers there, and you're surrounded by really great, wonderful people. So I wanted to add that. We're doing that as well in our community. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, have a great day.
Madam Mayor, that completes the public comments in person, and I do not see any hands raised online. And I believe you're going to address Isabella during your council comments.
Thank you for that reminder. Yes, ma'am. All right, we're going to start out next going into our city council comments. I'll start on my left. Mr. Kelfus, do you have anything? Mr. Schwenk, yes?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I just have a couple slides. We can go ahead and put the first one up. So I just want to thank our staff over at the MRC, so Yvette Martinez and her Human Services team. We had another summer food service program success this summer. As you can see, just over 2,000 meals were served to people in the community, and this is like a congregate sort of setting where you come in, you eat together as a community, and you chat, and you talk, and you build community. Some of our teachers from Temecula Elementary School came over, and they were doing like a reading time within that couple hours for the lunch program. So again, just thanks for the staff and the team. They do wonderful work over there, and glad to see this is continuing to be a success. And some of the folks that are working these programs have been with us a while and are building skills and becoming better people and more compassionate and just all the things. It's a wonderful, wonderful program. So thank you for that. And then we had our sister city visit. I don't know why it looks so weird there in that picture. It's kind of odd. We have a sister city. Dyson, Japan is our sister city, and they had a delegation of middle school students, which every summer they'll send over a delegation, and we got to spend a little bit of time with them here at City Hall and around Temecula and the broader region. I think some of the families went to Dodgers games and just do a lot of wonderful stuff. Again, it's that cultural exchange, which I think is important. But this couldn't also happen without our host families. So I just really want to thank the host families for taking these children into their home and being a part of this program. So again, we have a wonderful team here at the city that does a great job, but we need that community involvement. So those host families did great work, and looking forward to the adult delegation coming over later this year and then next year as well. It's great because a lot of these students, either their siblings have come here before, so they have some connections, and you build relationships with some of these students that sort of span multiple years and hopefully a lifetime. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Brendan, okay, you're next.
I believe I have a slide. All right, the summer concert series. For those of you who have done it, you know how really awesome it is. And if you haven't done it, come next year because we're done with it. But here's some of the statistics, and I just wanted to show how well these concerts are attended. As you can see, 600 is pretty much an average, with spikes of Cheese Whiz, which, by the way, Cheese Whiz is playing this Saturday at the Marietta Summer Concert Series. Absolutely fantastic band. If you guys want to do something on Saturday night, go to Marietta and enjoy the Cheese Whiz. Classic Journey always packs the house, and it was fantastic. In fact, they were all, the Highwayman show, Tony Sirachi, was this last concert, and it was amazing. You should have seen all the people dancing, and just, it didn't matter who you were, where you're from, what side of the aisle you're on, everybody was there to enjoy music. And that's the beauty part about these concerts. It just brings community together. So I just wanted to promote that and say, see you next year. So there.
Outstanding. Thank you very much. All right, I have two things to put out. I'm going to first start out with a recognition. So if I can please have Miss Isabella Fields come on up to the podium. So I just want to share this story that has become a success story. So within, I guess, about the last year or so, I had Miss Isabella at my table. We do a women's, breakfast kind of round table. And we fill the entire conference center over there with young women of professionals, and just being able to mentor and have this opportunity to talk to these young women for a couple hours. Giving our story, listening to them, answering questions, it's a great opportunity. So at my table of all these young, beautiful women I had at my table who were just so eager to find out, just about life and questions, I received an email from Miss Isabella I would say, within a few days. And I was really honored because she had reached out and wanted to go a little bit above and beyond what everybody else had expected from just that roundtable time and breakfast. And she had asked if she could volunteer and shadow and basically come under me. And I was very honored. And it felt like a privilege to me to be able to hang out with this young woman who was just so talented and sit down and be able to hopefully is mentor to her within just the summer time frame. And so she came along. And so I decided to take this time to recognize her and her devotion to the city, her dedication to this community, and stepping out a little bit more than just one meeting or one breakfast. So with that, Miss Isabella, I'm going to have you share part of this journey was she wants to be a journalist. And so I wanted to take that talent and utilize that and have her share what she learned during this time. And so I'm actually having her report out in order to go further and get this recognition from myself for her for college to come up with, because I think it's gonna be great, and she's gonna do great things coming up. So I'm gonna pass it over to you as a staff report.
Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Isabella Fields. Over the past few weeks, I've had the privilege of working closely with Mayor Alexander in Temecula City Hall. This experience has shaped both my understanding of local government and my future goals. I first met her at the Women's Conference, where I shared my interest in majoring in political science and journalism, and asked if she'd be willing to mentor me. I've learned so much in such a short amount of time, and it's deepened my love for the city I call home. Shadowing the mayor has given me a front row seat to the inner workings of city leadership. I've learned practical skills like planning and calendar organization, as well as details about the city I never knew before, from serious concerns about proposed power line installation to how sponsors support community events. Seeing the behind-the-scenes preparation that goes into every gathering, celebration, and initiative has opened my eyes to the level of dedication required to serve a community well. The atmosphere inside City Hall has also been valuable exposure to the professional world, helping me picture what my future career might look like and confirming that political science and journalism is truly the path I want to pursue. What has impacted me the most is Mayor Alexander herself. She treats every person with kindness, whether they agree with her or not, and leads with a strength that is grounded in her faith. Watching her interact with residents has shown me what it means to be a servant leader, someone who listens first, acts with integrity, and always keeps the community at the center of every decision. Her commitment to honoring military members and veterans is something that resonates with me deeply as a military child. My dad served 20 years in the Marine Corps, so seeing how intentionally she supports those who have served makes me feel both proud and understood. It reflects Temecula's values and the pride our city takes in those who serve. This experience has given me a deeper appreciation for Temecula. I've become more aware of the issues our city faces, but also more inspired by how passionately residents care about their home. Being in City Hall has shown me everything the city has to offer, not just programs and events, but a sense of unity, purpose, and shared responsibility. My time with Mayor Alexander has not only expanded my knowledge of political affairs, it has strengthened my desire to serve my community and contribute to the future of Temecula. Thank you, Mayor Alexander, for the opportunity, and council for your time.
Thank you so much, and I'm going to just read this to you. The City of Temecula recognizes Isabella Fields for dedicating her summer to volunteering, observing, and engaging with our community through shadowing Mayor Alexander, myself, in the day-to-day operations of local government. Isabella is a dedicated, intelligent, and driven young woman who conducted herself with complete professionalism and respect. She approached each experience and each day with curiosity, maturity, and the desire to learn. The City of Temecula extends our appreciation to Isabella for her contribution of time and wishes her continued success in her future endeavors. And I just want to say thank you. It was such a blessing to get to know you, and I know you're going to do absolutely amazing things for this community and beyond. So let me come down and give you this. Thank you. All right, and I promise I did not tell her that she needed to put those words in there. Thank you very much. All right, my last one that I want to report on is something really beautiful here in our city that is going to be our second year, but it's expanding. If we can have the slide, I want to make sure I've got it. All right, this next one is going to be what is being called our Battle of the Cities. And some of you may be familiar with this if you have connected with us last year. MilVet has hosted a Battle of the Cities for this year's Military Care Package Challenge. It is a friendly community competition among neighboring cities to collect the most donated items for military packages. This is actually right now expanding. It started from us here in the city with Marietta and is now expanding regionally. Let me see, to be a drop-off location, if you're interested here in our city, we ask that you get registered with milvet.org between August 1st and October 1st. We're going to have drop-off locations that will be listed online, so your business and organization will be put online, and also the items that are going to be donated are going to be from October 17th through November 1st. Milvet will count each city collected item and crown a winner. So what our plan is we're going to have a big trophy that's going to be heading out, and this is going to be a trophy that is going to go from city to city. So whoever collects the most items within that city, within that community, the trophy will get designated to that city for that year until the next Battle of the Cities. Let me see, volunteers can sign up to assemble care packages at this event on November 14th, and this is actually going to be held right here in our city at Temecula Valley High School. And then the care packages will be sent to deployed troops overseas. So if these active duty members, even their families, is something you want to support and be a part of, I just want you to be able to connect with Milvet online or connect with us to see if this is something your business or your family wants to be a part of. This is a lot of fun, and I love being able to serve each other and being able to help the community serve the community together. So if you have an opportunity, I'd love for you to be able to be a part of this again this year. That being said, we are good with council reports, and we're ready to move on to our consent calendar. Number 1 is going to be the waive reading of the title and text of all ordinances and resolutions included in the agenda. Number 2, approve action minutes of July 27th, 2026 and July 28th, 2026. Approve listed demands for number 3. Number 4, approve city manager treasurer's report for the periods of April 1st, 2026 through April 30th, 2026 and May 1st through 2026 through May 31st, 2026. Number 5, adopt ordinance number 2026-02, approving planning application number LR 26-0139 for an Uptown Temecula specific plan, second reading. Number 6, approve revised council protocol manual policy number 9 related to public recognitions to include Gold Star family recognition at the request of Mayor Alexander and Mayor Pro Tem Ron. Number 7, approve First Amendment to the agreement of Miko Mountain Lion Incorporated for on-call evacuation, backfill, and grading maintenance services. Number 8, approve 7th Amendment to the agreement with Nieves Landscaping LLC for landscape maintenance services for fiscal year 2025 through 26. Number 9, approve 5th Amendment to the agreement with Proactive Fire Design and Consulting Incorporated for fire department planning review services for fiscal year 2025 and 26. Number 10, approve new agreement with Proactive Fire Design and Consulting Incorporated for fire department plan review services for fiscal year 2026 through 27. Number 11, accept improvements and file with notice completion for the Ronald Reagan Sports Park Hockey Rink Project, PW 2020 or 22-06. Number 12, receive and file temporary street closures for 2026 fall events. And I'd like to see if we can get a motion or any questions.
I'll move consent.
Okay. I would just like to ask if we can just get a staff report on number 6, just for a staff report, but we'll all go to vote.
Yes, Madam Mayor, happy to provide a brief staff report. As the mayor and city council and the members of the public are aware, the city council does have a public recognitions policy that is housed in the city council protocol manual. At the request of the mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, we have added a specific Gold Star family recognition to that public recognitions policy. The Gold Star family recognition may be provided to any Gold Star family upon recommendation of the Public Recognitions Ad Hoc Subcommittee. The recognition is intended to honor the sacrifices of families who have lost a loved one while serving in the United States Armed Forces, and the recognition shall be presented on behalf of the City of Temecula at a city council on behalf of all council. There is some criteria. The criteria includes submitting a nomination form. There are some residency requirements. The Gold Star family eligibility includes meeting the definition of a Gold Star family under the current Department of Defense definitions. The subcommittee consideration at the Public Recognitions Ad Hoc Subcommittee, and then eventually a public recognition during an in-person city council meeting and/or as the Gold Star family shall desire. So this is really a housekeeping technical item that includes the revising of the public recognitions policy as a whole by by establishing a Gold Star Family Recognition. And given our military presence here in our community, the mayor and mayor pro tem saw it fit to include a separate recognition.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for that report, just to go a little bit deeper and for the community. So that being said, that was a 4-0, and I just want to say thank you to the council for that as we continue to dig in together. All righty, next we are going to move it over to Mr. Stu. We are going to recess city council meeting to schedule meetings of the Temecula Community Services District, the successor agency to the Temecula Redevelopment Agency, and the Temecula Housing Authority and/or the Temecula Public Financing Authority. Take it away.
So I'll call to order the Temecula Community Services District meeting. Madam Secretary, please note we're all still here. Do we have any public comments?
We do not.
All right, seeing none, we only have one item, the consent calendar, which is item number 13, approve action minutes of July 28th, 2026.
Move to approval.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Please vote. All right, and that passes 4-0. Do we have a director report?
Yes, we have just a few items tonight. So we're installing a new exhibit. We've just installed a new exhibit over at the Temecula Valley Museum. That's right at the end of this road if you're heading towards the fire station. Just behind the fire station and the senior center, you'll see the Temecula Valley Museum. Hidden gem, we bring in traveling exhibits, and this new one is called Her Side of the Story. And this is about the role of women in shaping California's history. So very excited to have that. It will be on display through October 4th. Admission is by donation. I encourage everyone to stop by. And upstairs we have a special area for kids, which has a touch history exhibit where kids can really kind of put their hands on some exhibits and really learn more about our local history. Next slide, please. And then we're going to have a special sensory-friendly, inclusive movie in the park on August 21st at the Ronald J. Parks Community Recreation Center. And that is showing the movie Hoppers. And I actually have the time here somewhere, so I'll see if I can find that really quickly for you. My apologies, it's not on the slide. That's going to start at 7 p.m. So again, that's a sensory-friendly event that's welcome to individuals of all abilities. Next slide, please. And then finally, just a reminder that our Mary Phillips Senior Center, which is just down the street here on 6th Street, is open through October 15th as a cool center. So anyone who needs respite from the heat can just walk into the Mary Phillips Senior Center during the day between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., get a bottle of water, and have a nice cool spot to rest and escape the heat. That concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Anything, go ahead.
I know I caught you off guard. We never do reports.
Right.
I just kind of wanted to talk about something, and since you brought up the summer concert series again, the city of Murrieta did like the first of its kind. They did a beer garden at their summer concert series. And it was sort of maybe just encourage you as president to maybe like sort of look into what that would look like for us. And I think it could be like some sort of pilot project for potential Olympic 28 watch parties, right? Having watch parties out here in front and creating some sort of entertainment zones where we could have a beer garden out in front. So just food for thought or beer for thought.
Good idea.
Thanks.
I like it. All right, so with that, we will adjourn back to the city council.
All righty, we will reconvene with the successor agency to the Temecula Redevelopment Agency, SARDA. We are noted to be all here still. We haven't left. Do we have any public comments?
We do not.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on to the consent calendar. Approve action minutes of July 28, 2026. Can I get a motion?
Move to approval.
Second.
All right. Go to vote. And that is a 4-0. SARDA Executive Director report. Do we have anything?
Nothing tonight.
All right. Board of Directors for SARDA, anything? Nope. Okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen. All right. We're going to adjourn the SARDA, and we are going to move into TPFA, public comments, which is the Temecula Public Financing Authority. We are going to move into the consent calendar for number 15. Can we approve action minutes of July 28th, 2026? Can I get a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
All right, let's go to vote. That's never going to get old, by the way. Okay, and again, that passes 4-0. Do we have an executive director report for the PAFA
Nothing further.
and for the board? Anything? Nope. All right. We will adjourn the TPFA, and we are going to move into reconvening into the Temecula City Council public hearing for item number 16. We're going to move into talking about conducting a public hearing to consider 6th extension of previously approved development plan PA 17-0854 for 4-story hotel with underground parking located at 4195 4th Street. Mr. Matt Peters, can I please get a staff report?
You can. Madam Mayor, I'd like to introduce Yanine Marquez, Assistant Planner, to present on this item.
Hello, ma'am. Great to see you.
Hello. Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, members of the council, and city staff. As presented, this is PA 260266. The project before you is a 6th extension of time for a 2-year extension to the previously approved development plan for a 4-story hotel with underground parking located at 4150 4th Street. To orient you to the project site, the yellow star shows the location of City Hall, and outlined in red is the project site. The project is located in the downtown core district of the Old Town Specific Plan. Brief history on the project. On April 18, 2018, Planning Commission approved a 4-story hotel with underground parking with an expiration date of April 18, 2021. The project contained a condition of approval that allowed 5 extensions of time, 1 year at a time. Beginning in 2021, the applicant applied and received 5 consecutive 1-year extensions of time. And the reason why we're here before you is per Temecula Municipal Code 17.05010H3, a request for an extension beyond the 5th approval may be granted by City Council at a public hearing. The Temecula Municipal Code does not limit the length of the 6th extension of time. After consultation with City Attorney, staff recommends a 2-year extension of time to be granted to the applicant. The justifications the applicant has provided staff include actively coordinating the financing with their investment partners and collaborating with external agencies to align utility infrastructure requirements. This additional time will allow finalization of their funding commitments and provide critical agency approvals. And I'd like to note that the extension of time does not include any changes to the original scope of work. This project is categorically exempt per 15061B3, as it can be seen with certainty that this will not have an effect on the environment because of the extension of time is not proposing any construction or additional square footage that is not previously approved as part of Development Plan PA 17-0854. Staff recommends an extension of 2 years to be granted to the applicant, moving the expiration date to April 18, 2028. This concludes my report. The applicant has received the conditions of approval and agrees to them, and they are also here with us for any questions.
I appreciate that report, ma'am. I'm going to move to council right now to see if council has any questions for staff. Go ahead, sir.
I do have some questions. Not sure if you'll be able to answer these or the applicant themselves, but in this 2-year extension, does the applicant plan to start building, or is that, what does the process look like in the next 2 years with this extension?
I'll have to defer that to the applicant.
All right.
Okay.
We can have them come up.
Thank you for being here.
Hello. Good evening, esteemed Mayor Jessica Alexander and the rest of City Council staff. I humbly thank everybody for giving us the platform and the opportunity to present and discuss about our project today in front of everybody. In response to your question, Councilmember, we are diligently planning to work towards a start date for construction. But before that, there are several items that we are diligently working towards and resolving with city planning in regards to our plans And so while we are actively pursuing to set a time for construction, I do want to notify you that we are also working towards, we have several items that we do need to take care of before that can happen. But that is on our radar and we are working towards it.
Thank you very much. And just out of curiosity, is there any specific reason since initially approved in 2018 that it has taken 8 years to get to this point? Is it funding? Is it planning? Is it permitting? Is there any specific reason?
There have been many challenges in the road to this project development. A lot of them are attributed to, again, our own faults, and I do recognize that we have shortcomings, but we are actively working to overcome them and do better, and we understand the importance of this project as its close proximity to the core of Old Town Temecula. I myself have been a resident now for 8 years, grown to love the city, and I want to assure you that we are doing our best to put a great project in place.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor.
All right. Oh, we got one more.
So do you have funding secured? I mean, are you just trying to make it through the plan check process, and once you're through that, you have the funding in place, or are you kind of doing that at the same time, looking for funding?
The funding picture, the whole entire capitalization of the project is not 100% complete. We do have a lender for the construction financing on standby that likes the project and believes in our vision. However, in the overall kickstarting of the capitalization, we are working through a couple of last-minute fallouts that resulted in this new request for extension. So the funding, I want to say, is about 65% there. We're working on putting together the initial 35%.
I just have a quick question. This is the property that has the steel beams that were dropped on it years ago. Is this that
Correct.
project? Is that steel for the project?
It is intended to be used for the shoring of the project.
Okay. I would kind of like it moved, if we're not, if we're like a couple year project, sort of just waiting there. So if this is something that, you think you could do, either clean it up or, do something with it. It's very odd that it was just sort of dropped there, sort of before we've even gotten through this project, get to this point.
I understand your concern for that, and I will discuss that with our team and see what we can do about that.
Okay, thanks.
Is that it, gentlemen? Okay. Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All right, next we're going to move into the open public hearing. Do we have any comments?
We do not.
We're going to close it. And then we're going to move on to discussion or motion, gentlemen.
Move to approval.
Second.
All right, let's go vote. All righty, and that passes 4-0. And again, we appreciate you just listening and hearing our concerns, and are excited to be able to continue to partner with you. If you can just let us know as a council about the beams and just that area, that would be fantastic, just to keep us updated. Thank you very much, sir. All righty, next we're going to move on to our business item for number 17. Receive status update on the city's efforts to oppose the San Diego Gas and Electric Golden Pacific Power Link project, and provide information about city impacts to San Diego Gas and Electric, California Independent System Operator, and Public Utility Commissions. And we are going to be getting a staff report from our city manager, Aaron Adams.
Yes, good afternoon, Madam Mayor, members of the council, members of the public. As promised, each council meeting I provide an update to the public on the city of Temecula's actions to oppose SDG&E's Golden Pacific Power Link project. The purpose is to allow transparency for the public. This report will be an update since we last met on July 28th, 2 weeks ago. At each update, I'll share a few reminders for those in the community that are new to tuning in. One important reminder is that the city cannot publicly share information protected by the attorney-client privilege or the attorney work product doctrine as we work with our attorneys and our experts to develop strategies to oppose the Golden Pacific Power Link route through the city of Temecula. Our public updates may therefore sometimes be brief. Please know that not a day goes by that we are not actively working on this project. And for those who do not know what this project is, San Diego Gas and Electric's Golden Pacific PowerLink project is extra high voltage 500 kV transmission lines and industrial structures that are up to 190 feet tall, proposed to traverse through Temecula Creek the entire width of Temecula and beyond. It is the single most impactful industrial project ever proposed within the city of Temecula limits, disparaging the city east to west, running through our residential areas and southern gateway to Southern California wine country, as well as the Temecula Valley Equestrian District. On the west, it straddles the Santa Margarita Ecological Reserve and Duluth. San Diego Gas and Electric's proposal is poised to devastate lives and livelihoods while irreversibly desecrating significant environmental, cultural, and historic resources, not to mention the profound public safety implications. SDG&E's proposed route would pass by schools, preschools, parks, homes, and businesses through the heart of our city, without regard for the tens of thousands of people who will be directly impacted, plus generations to come. And if that sounds dramatic, it's not. Last week, LA County and CAL FIRE published their joint report that the Eaton fire, which killed 19 people and destroyed more than 9,400 buildings, was started by electrical sparks coming off high voltage towers. And the issue is not only that these power lines and structures self-ignites like the Eaton fire, that is not by itself the fire issue. Fires in Temecula Creek are existing conditions. These 500 kV lines will delay direct firefighting and will prevent low-flying airdrops and more. So, as stated in previous updates, the City Council has granted me, as the City Manager, broad authority to oppose the proposed alignment of SDG&E's Golden Pacific PowerLink project based on information known to the City. The City of Temecula continues to mobilize all evidence and every legal argument and legal remedy available to defend our community from this dangerous and devastating project. Yesterday, SDG&E provided the city a last-minute opportunity to meet at 4 o'clock, where it shared its alternative route map. SDG&E indicated in an email to staff last week that they had only one alternative that avoids Temecula. So seeing just one was not surprising. But it is still deeply troubling. Deeply troubling because SDG&E has been saying all along they would be providing a robust alternatives analysis. One alternative is not robust. SDG&E continues to advance its preferred route, the most impactful alignment straight through Temecula, the green line that's shown here on the slide. SDG&E has a responsibility to advance the least impactful route for residents, communities, public safety, homes, schools, businesses, and irreplaceable environmental, historic, and tribal cultural resources. Yet its preferred route through Temecula makes clear those impacts are not the priority of SDG&E. Cost appears to be the driving route, at the expense of people, public safety, communities, and the environment. The city will closely evaluate this single alternative route SDG&E has provided and all of our options with our transmission experts and our attorneys. Also at the meeting late yesterday afternoon, SDG&E stated they are hosting a series of in-person open houses, which we strongly encourage residents to attend and learn more. They indicated that the setup will include tables or stations on different topics around the room where the community can visit and ask questions. No presentation will be given at these open houses. SDG&E said they would publish this information last night, which they did, so you can find it on their website. We will also share it on our social media and via e-blast. It's already on our webpage. Our webpage continues to grow with information the city can share. I'll repeat these outreach slides each meeting as we encourage everyone to follow us on social media, as we will post information and reminders when they are needed. We also encourage the public to sign up for the City of Temecula's e-blast, as the city will email information and reminders as well. And again, every 2 weeks, our stakeholder list grows, and we anticipate that it will continue growing. For those not following this project closely, we do want to ensure the public is aware that SDG&E is currently in a pre-filing process, where the red arrow is. SDG&E's formal application to the CPUC is expected in November of this year, at which time the work we are doing now will be critically important. Finally, we have been working on a few documents, letters, including approximately 9 pages of questions and concerns that are being finalized now. We will include these on our webpage this week. I'm expecting that letter to go out on my signature tomorrow. Madam Mayor, this concludes my report this evening. I'm happy to try to answer any questions council may have.
All right, great report. Thank you very much, sir. Anything from Stu? Any questions? Nope. To the left. Okay, I just have one. Did they say robust? Okay, just one. Did they give us? Did they initially have 4 when this was submitted initially to the CPUC, I believe, for approval?
I think that's still a mystery to us as the city of Temecula, because we're not privy to the proposed alignment that was under seal or any alternatives that were included in that. But we have asked repeatedly, we're continuing to ask to see those alternative routes, because those would be very helpful to the city of Temecula.
Very interesting. Thank you. And the last thing is this, I heard today, and I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. Is this SDG&E's biggest project that they've ever put on throughout California? Or one of their biggest?
I'm not aware of their scale of their past projects. I don't know if Betsy is or not.
Miss Betsy?
I think that was reported in the Union Tribune.
And what was that exactly? What did they say? Do you remember?
I think it was reported their cost that they're spending on the proposed spending on the project was reported in the San Diego Tribune.
Yes, that's it. Their largest capital project.
Their largest capital project. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All righty. Let's move on to public comments. Again, City Manager, thank you for that report. Do we have any comments?
We do. We have one public comment on this item in person. And again, if there's anybody online that would like to speak on this item, please go ahead and raise your hand. And this is a business item, so the speaker will have 5 minutes. Melanie Neiman.
All right. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, Madam Mayor, City Council, and staff. My name is Melanie Neiman, and I'm here to talk about San Diego Gas and Electric's Golden Pacific Power Link and the wildfire dangers it presents. What comes to mind is the recent news that Southern California Edison's high-voltage power lines caused the Eaton fire. This destroyed 9,000 buildings, caused 19 deaths, cost billions in damages, and burned 14,000 acres. San Diego Gas and Electric, SDG&E, proposes to build 200-foot tall, 500,000-volt power lines through the heart of Temecula. These are 20 stories high, taller than any building in Temecula, and they would be constructed through Temecula Creek and beyond, only hundreds of feet, behind high-density homes and behind churches, schools, businesses, an historic district, playgrounds, dog parks, and walking paths. I live on Temecula Creek. I have many concerns regarding the power lines, but number one is wildfire and factors that are linked, including firefighter accessibility, wind and rain, earthquakes, evacuation, and accountability by the state, utility, and insurance companies. Factor one is firefighting accessibility. Whether fire is caused by SDG&E's power lines or whether it's caused by fireworks, a match, or spark from vegetation maintenance equipment, the power structures and lines present a problem. First, the lines have to be de-energized, and then firefighters have to maneuver around the structures and the lines. Human error and small delays can spell catastrophe. Factor number two is wind and rain. Temecula Creek is essentially a wind tunnel each and every day. Then there are the Santa Ana winds with strong, dry winds similar to that of the Eaton fire. And finally, there is wind-driven rain with winds blowing in all directions and a river tearing through the creek. These conditions, coupled with extra high voltage power lines, are major issues. And then factor number 3 is earthquakes. Temecula is within 5 miles of the San Jacinto earthquake fault, and it lies directly on the Elsinore earthquake fault. According to seismologist Lucy Jones, the Elsinore fault is one of the major risks in Southern California, capable of unleashing a 7.8 magnitude earthquake, bringing violent shaking. Earth shaking can misalign or damage the proposed SDG&E towers, insulators, hardware, or tensioning. That can lead to conductors sagging, touching, or flashing. This can produce intense heat capable of igniting dry vegetation. Again, creek bed fuels and wind tunneling can cause the fire to spread quickly. Number 4 is evacuation. If a fire occurred in Temecula Creek, there are few evacuation routes, especially if it happens during school hours or other peak travel times. Factor 5 is accountability. What if your home or business is destroyed in a fire caused by SDG&E? Well, according to Cal Matters, Governor Newsom wants the legislature to limit fire victims' compensation for their pain and suffering. He wants to eliminate or reduce the ability of insurance companies to recover their payouts to victims, and he wants to cap the fees of lawyers representing the victims. The people who have the least amount of say in having power lines in their backyards absorb the lion's share of the liability when fire damage occurs. I know what it means to be displaced. In the early 1990s, my brand new home was severely damaged by wind-driven rain. The insurance company would not cover wind-driven rain damage, and the developer went out of business. To this day, occupants of that home put a giant tarp over the house when it rains. It took years for me to build back what I had lost, and perhaps it helps explain my current fears over SDG&E's proposed Golden Pacific Power Link. Again, the wildfire factors associated with SDG&E's PowerLink include firefighting accessibility, wind and rain, earthquakes, evacuation, and accountability by the state, utility, and insurance companies. These are real threats. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, next we're going to open this up to discussion and motion. Do any of my colleagues initially first want to add anything or discuss?
Just something to add, Mayor.
Yes, please.
I just want to thank the community for continuously showing up. You know, we've all said it up here, it's going to be a marathon, and as you heard through the city manager's statement, we are working daily to ensure that this does not come through Temecula, and it's obvious that the community is fighting right along with us. All 5 of the council members attended the rally that you were all at with the yellow shirts and the Save Temecula signs last week at the duck pond. And it's just great to have a community that fights right alongside the city. So thank you to the community for continuing to show up on this marathon with us. And thank you to our city manager who's continuing to fight and put all the resources necessary to win this battle forward. So thank you. That's all, Mayor.
All right. Zach, anything? Okay. All right. And I just want to second that from Brendan. I see you guys. I see yellow everywhere and green as well. That's next. But I see yellow everywhere I go, and I just love more yellow shirts coming out. And I just want to just say to you volunteers, because I've gotten to know many of you at this point in time, you're giving your heart and your time, your everything into this, and we just cannot thank you guys enough. And just don't allow anything to divide what you guys have been able to put together as a body, as a unit, as a community. This is very important to the community, and I just want to continue to allow you guys just number one, I want to say thank you, and just please continue to do what you're doing. So hats off to all of you. And we need a motion. Anybody want to first?
Make the motion.
All right.
Second.
Second. All right, let's take it to a vote. All right, and that is a 4-0. Next, we're going to move on to our 18th, business item here. Number 18, consider creation of an ad hoc subcommittee related to the citywide herbicide, pesticide application, and appoint 2 subcommittee members to the same. And we are going to get a staff report from Ms. Randy Joel, our city clerk, and I'll pass it over to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll go ahead and provide this brief staff report. And it's important to note for the record that the item on the agenda, as we discussed earlier, is to create a city council ad hoc subcommittee consisting of 2 city council members who will work with staff to determine the future path. Tonight, we did receive several emails. I'm guessing 30 to 40 emails. And in those emails, there was some process-related things that the public was requesting. That is not which is on the agenda tonight. This is purely about which 2 city council members will work with staff on this item. As indicated in the staff report, on July 28, 2026, the council received a presentation regarding herbicide pesticide application and best practices utilized citywide. At that meeting, the council provided general direction for staff to bring back an item to create a council subcommittee to review the matter in more detail. A sample ad hoc subcommittee title and description was provided in the staff report in the agenda packet. The title is proposed to be Citywide Herbicide Pesticide Application Ad Hoc Subcommittee, and the work scope of the particular City Council subcommittee will be that the subcommittee will work with staff to review existing practices and procedures related to citywide application of herbicides and pesticides and identify opportunities for any changes to the same. All recommendations will be provided to the full City Council by December 2026. Madam Mayor, council members, that does conclude my staff report and the guidelines for which the item tonight is on the agenda. I do have 10 public comments that are in person. I also have 1 hand that is raised virtually. So each speaker does have 5 minutes. The comments must be tailored to that which is on the agenda as you indicated earlier.
Excellent. And so just to clarify, because I know we have a lot of people who are very passionate, but I want to make sure we stick to the business item that we need to. So when any of the members of the community are coming up, they need to speak directly to the ad hoc committee as to who is going to be, who they would like to see maybe on that, not per se what it's about or anything else. Is that correct? Because we need to stick directly to the business item.
Correct. This is not, comments should be limited to which 2 council members the public would like to go ahead and place on the subcommittee for the City Council. This is not about the general topic of herbicides or pesticides or general citywide application of the same.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so hopefully everybody understands kind of how we're moving forward. So last meeting, we wanted to put this on. We heard your voices. We put this on the agenda at this point in time. And after this, we are now going to elect 2 council members. And so when you come up, we would just ask that you stick to that area because just business-wise and policy, we have to continue to only talk about those 2 things. So that being said, let me see, do we have any council questions directly? Left, right, seeing none. Let's move on to our public comments, please.
Yes, Madam Mayor, the first speaker is Roha Narayan, to be followed by Sachin Balakrishnan.
Hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mayor Alexander and council members. Kind of thrown off because I know the subject matter kind of changed. I had prepared just to speak about, the dangers and the concerns I have. I'm a physician, I'm a mother, and I have 2 children who play in our local parks. So in regards to, I guess, my personal requests, I wanted to speak more about my concerns with, the herbicides and pesticides, but I'll skip all of that and just get to the point of what you had discussed. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess first I would say asking the city if we can just, while this issue is being reviewed, if we could at least temporarily pause routine non-essential pesticides and herbicide use in areas where children play. And secondly, as a strong integrated pest management approach, prevention first, always, with methods such as mulching, manual or mechanical removal, better landscaping, and targeted treatment before broader chemical use. And third,
If there's something directly with, so how this item is working directly, it's really, we have 2 council members who are gonna actually start working on this stuff, and we got all of your information. I'd love to actually get your report. If anything, you can email it to us. But we're really asking for public comments in a sense of who do you feel is going to be a best fit, if there's somebody directly that you feel you would want on that subcommittee. That's kind of where we're at, ma'am.
is it possible to have to include a resident and independent experts in children's health and environmental health on the committee as well?
So with public comments, we can't really go into that discussion right
I
now, but we will have that discussion with the subcommittee. So it's just picking those 2 individuals who are going to be on that subcommittee.
I see, okay.
So
then my son was going to speak, well, I don't think he needs to speak.
I would hold off and just, you can submit his information at any point in time.
Sure, yeah, I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry? You're good. I appreciate you guys for coming in. I know sometimes it's a little tricky, but we want to make sure that we're just staying consistent and get the right people in there. You're amazing. Thank you.
No, I understand. And sorry, I had prepared a whole thing, and so if I had known, I would have prepared something different.
You're good. I appreciate it. You can submit that to our city clerk if you'd like to at any point in time, and we can connect with you.
All right, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your
ma'am.
time.
All right, thank you to your son.
If anybody in the audience is here to speak about herbicides and pesticides more broadly and the benefits or the harms, whatever it is, you're welcome to email the city clerk's office. You're welcome to leave hard copies with me. You're welcome to email me, and council will get copies of everything you provide us. Tonight, again, it is about which 2 council members are going to be on this committee. And this committee is, again, an ad hoc city council meeting specifically under the city council. Later on, if there's public engagement and at what level, these members will figure that out. Again, so let me get to, I have 2 hands virtually. The first speaker is Carolyn Hunt, to be followed by Bethany Nelms. Carolyn, you are live.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can we please restart the clock?
Good evening to the City Council. I'm Caroline Hunt, a Creek Team representative here in support of the ad hoc subcommittee approval. I would like the appointment of Brendan Kalfas to the subcommittee. He's been working on this for a while now, I think since 2025, and he has shown just a really good faith effort to the community on the non-toxic front. And I'd really like to say thank you to Brendan Kalfas, because he's also very responsive about this issue on his social media, and I can really genuinely see the effort that's come from him. So I think he would be a great appointment to this. And the second appointment I would like is Zach Schwenk. Thank you very much.
All righty. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. And Bethany, go ahead. You are live.
Hi, Madam Mayor, Council. Nice to see you guys. I was a little bit thrown off too. I thought we were going to talk more besides just the appointees, but I also would like to recommend that Brendan Kalfas, Councilmember, be on the ad hoc committee. And then, Madam Mayor, are you in the running? Would you be able to be on the ad hoc committee?
I can't answer that right now, but I'll keep listening.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure
No, you're
if
good.
there was a dialogue, but if you are able, I would love for you to be on there. I think, the conversations that I've had with the both of you both are very much invested in the health of the community, and you, I think, would take very good actions in doing what is necessary to protect the people. So you two would be my recommendations for the ad hoc committee. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for calling in.
And Madam Mayor, that concludes the virtual comments on this item. In person, next we have Ryan Trackman, to be followed by, I'm not sure, Monir Milioto.
Hello, Madam Mayor, Semper
Good to
Fi,
see you. Move around.
Council, staff, good to see you all again. Some new faces. Missing Dr. Ron and Director Moreno. I was excited to talk to both of them. They're not here. That's okay. So sticking to the script, because the clerk was very serious about that, and the attorney is just waiting to jump. I'm watching you, sir. All right, so as far as who I would like on the committee, that would be Councilman Kalfas and you, Madam Mayor. And the reason is because you all have clearly shown through the decisions in your life that you're willing to tackle difficult problems, all right? Just in your professions that you've chosen, the fact that you are both parents, and this isn't to take away from anybody else, because Stu, still love you, Zach, same thing. But the fact that your parents, you know, everybody says being a parent's the greatest job that they have. I've never heard somebody say because it's so easy, all right? This subcommittee, it's not gonna be easy work, it's not. The city manager, you know, mentioned last time, 2 weeks ago, we're looking for alternatives. It's an alternative method that we're approaching, all right? So this is gonna be a bit of a challenge, and I think both of you are ready, willing, and able to step up to that and to represent us well. And so that's why I would like both of you to volunteer. I know you can't shake your head or tell us wink, wink. Again, he's watching. But I would like both of you to volunteer and please represent us. Last thing I want to say, and I know the clerk, she's ready as well, but thank you to Save Temecula for coming out to represent us. We stood in solidarity at the duck pond because we all believe in the same thing and want the same thing, and that's a safer Temecula for our community. All right, when people stand up here, I understand it's reasonable to, why are they there? What are their motivations? Our motivations are these little people right here. That's our motivation. All right, we want a safe community for them. Both of you can do it. Please volunteer to represent us. I'm asking both of you, please. That's who we want. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next speaker is Monir Milioto, to be followed by Luca Constamaris.
And Madam Mayor, before the next public speaker goes, I do want to let the public know that I do have a section of non-agenda item public comments at the end of this section. So if someone wanted to speak on behalf of herbicides and pesticides, it's not on the agenda, but you have 3 minutes to speak on a non-agenda item for public comment. You get 3 minutes instead of 5, but that is an option if you did feel passionate about this issue and wanted to speak at the end of the meeting.
All right.
Thank you
For passing that on. Very good point. Hi, ma'am.
You guys got me again. This happened last week, and I'm like, no, not again. I'm going to get straight to it. Miss Jessica Alexander, I would love for you to maybe consider being on this committee, on the subcommittee, and of course, Brendan Kalfas. You guys have gone above and beyond. Zach, I think you're awesome too. You guys have also gone above and beyond on the subject. There is some challenges that I do see that if other council members come on, I have a few concerns. I just want to make this clear that it's not an attack on who they are. I just noticed that by some of the public comments that were made last week, that perhaps we're going to be going into an uphill battle. None of us have done this before. I don't know how this is going to work out. I know that we're going to put our heart and soul into it as a community, and we're all going to do as much research as we can to go in and feed into the council. But if we're going into this already saying that this has not worked in the past and we're putting our hands up, I would advise you guys to really consider how many times that has happened in our past and how our community and how our world has expanded beyond people that put blocks in front of us. So if there is a subcommittee and a pilot program going into our community, I would advise that we pick and choose people that are willing to grow and challenge themselves and ask for assistance when assistance is needed. I would love for horticulturists to come into the subcommittee. I know that's not what we're talking about today. I'm just really, I'm seeing that some people know more than us, and I'd like for those people to come and assist us so we stop messing it up, you know? So final answer, Miss Jessica and Mr. Brendan, I'd really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
The next speaker is Luca, to be followed by Camilla, I believe, Alvarez.
Hello, sir, ma'am.
Hello, good evening, Council. My name is Luca. I want Brandon and Mayor on the, how do you call it?
Subcommittee?
The subcommittee. Can I read you my script?
Mom, is it sticking to where we're at? How about we give you the opportunity to read your incredible script after this, towards the end? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I can't wait to hear you. Thank you, you brave man.
So Camilla, to be followed by Marianne Constantaris.
Hi there.
Ma'am.
Hi, Council. Good evening. Well, we're going to stick to agenda. So given all my experience with Brandon and you, Madam Mayor. I really believe that you have a heart, and you've worked so hard with me, Brandon, on all of this. I think you would be the best addition to our subcommittee. So I really appreciate all your efforts, and I really believe that, given last meeting, the comments, we need to have everybody all in for this, and they really need to believe in our cause. And I really feel that you both do and have this at your best interest. So I would love that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
And was Camilla here? No. Camilla's gone. Okay. Giorgio, to be followed by David Sola.
All right. Giorgio, up. Dad duty. Love it. Great job, Dad.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, members of the city staff. Thanks for having us here again tonight. So we're pulling an audible. Had to kind of wing it outside and come up with something different. Something I'm going to start off with, just to put in the minds of everyone here as we go forth and hopefully do good things with the stand-up of a ad hoc committee, is, quote, knowledge will forever govern ignorance, and a people who mean to be their own governors must arm themselves with the power which knowledge gives. That came from one of our founding fathers, fourth president of the United States, President Madison. So just something to resonate with, and I'll end here with a quote as well. I heard a couple relations to history when the meeting started. I'm a history buff myself, so thought I wouldn't leave here being remiss. Just get straight into the point, bluff, as we like to say it, bottom line up front. First vote or first ask is essentially to vote yes, to get a yes vote first. That's the first obstacle we got to overcome. So going to vote tonight and getting a yes vote on the establishment of that ad hoc subcommittee. And then second, appointees of those committee, Mayor, yourself, and Councilman Brendan Kalfas. I might be a little biased, just background in the Marine Corps and the military and being structured environment. Semper Fi Ryan, all the other Marines in the room, Mayor, Semper Fidelis. Going back to, I think, what Monir had mentioned, we don't want to start out already kicking ourselves in the face and trying to fight an uphill battle. Any center of gravity that we can start with and any kind of avenue of approach we can take that is not stricken with obstacles is the method that we want to take here. And just due to your backgrounds, public safety, military, that resonates with me as people that are able to put in some grit, some elbow and elbow grease, overcome those obstacles, and essentially, hopefully, achieve the unachievable, which a lot of people might think, right? This may be an issue that's unachievable for some that don't consider it a big issue. So those are my proposals tonight. I'm going to end with a quote by Benjamin Franklin: "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." And to kind of relate that to the firefighting industry, back in 1736, this was his visit to Boston, where he saw some proactive firefighting measures throughout the city, brought that back to the people of Philadelphia, and essentially wrote that in the Philadelphia Gazette. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
And then next we have David Sola, to be followed by our last speaker, Sam King.
Do we have a battalion here or what?
Hey, nonprofit, or anyway.
Whole bunch of Marines,
talk
it's all
about it another
good.
time if you want to join us. Great, Madam Mayor. Good evening.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, good evening, Council. If this was the Marine Corps, Matt Ron would be voluntold because he's not here tonight, and he'd be getting put on that council. I just want to start by saying I really do love this city. I have never seen a place where so many people want to take care of each other. It was amazing to see all 5 of the council members in unison at that Save Temecula rally, and I know that you all are on the same page to try to take care of everybody here. With that said, I haven't seen something like this since 9/11. Like I said, I saw my city pull itself out of the ashes and come together regardless of what anybody's beliefs were, and we believed in each other, and that's what I see you all doing. That's amazing work. On that journey, after 9/11, I went to the Marine Corps, and I met Mr. Ryan Trackman there, and I've known him for about 14 years now. I've never seen this man care about something more than, there's only really 2 things I've seen him care about with great enthusiasm. One of them is fantasy football, and the other one is taking care of his family and making sure that his family is healthy. And with that said, if Ryan Trackman tells me that Brendan Kalfas and Jessica Alexander should be the two people that are on this subcommittee, then I'll co-sign on that as well. And I would hope that everybody would be willing to volunteer. And I know that you do want to do that, but I'm going to back Ryan on this one and hope to see you both on that subcommittee. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And the last speaker is Sam King.
Hello, Mr. Keene.
Good evening.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening, Mayor, council members. I'm a little bit side blinded because my discussion was more about the solutions rather than the problem that we all know that certain pesticides can be. Actually, Stu here, he was the first one to give me a haircut when I was 3 years old, and so I love Temecula. But I'd like to see Brendan and actually you, Mayor, on this subcommittee. And then I'm an amateur agronomist. I'm really into soil health and have basically an orchard in my backyard. And everything is with a regenerative approach without the use of harsh pesticides and chemical fertilizers, and all about building cover crop and letting the soil just grow with itself and not deplete. So I'd like to offer a lot of just solutions I can bring in that regard. I know right now this is not the time for that, so thank you.
Thank you for your time. Is that it for public comments? Yeah, okay, excellent. All right, so next we're going to move into our discussion and motion, and I'm just going to kick off here for about a minute. And I just want to state, number one, thank you. This community, again, pulls together like nothing I've ever seen. And when I stated a couple weeks ago that our city initially for the yellow shirts was a force to be reckoned with, I agree also and bring that down even to the green shirts as well. You guys, I'm grateful. It is an honor to be your mayor this year. And I want to thank the people on the phone and also the people that showed up that I want to make sure I say this the right way, that believe that I would be a great fit for this. And again, it's an honor to be a mayor here in this city, but I also want to be able to allow others on this council who have incredible knowledge and experience in these areas to even have that opportunity. And I say that because the ad hoc subcommittee, in case some people don't really understand what that is, the ad hoc subcommittee, they come together whether with the staff, with all the information, with the community, if that's where they're at, to be able to make really good decisions. But those decisions still have to come to this council to be voted on. It's not that they are the all in all, they're the ones. It's all five. Each one of us, as you know, have a 1/5 vote in this. And this subcommittee that we're about to pick is going to be at least 4 months. So they're going to be able to, because each year we end up we vote again on our subcommittee. So I'm excited to see who's going to come out of this. And I appreciate you guys and your wanting me to be there. I'm going to actually step back on this one. I think there's some individuals on this council that have a little bit more experience than I do. Maybe not drive, but experience. And that's okay, but we're still gonna work as a team and we're gonna bring this up, and I'm gonna actually just kick this off asking that we continue to get updates regularly. So if the council's okay with that, whoever comes out of this subcommittee, that we continue to get those updates from our staff, from the subcommittee, so that way we can work on this as a community and as a council, and I don't think anybody on this council would have an objection. So thank you guys, by the way. But this is gonna be great. I really believe that. So I'm actually going to start off and ask if anybody would like to start with a discussion next. I see a raising of the hand.
I would really just like to make a motion that it's Brendan and Zach. And start off right there. So do I have a second on my motion, anybody?
I'll second it for sure.
All right, let's vote.
Wow,
That's the discussion I'm going for right there, because I think Zach is a real good candidate for this too. So, and since the mayor has stepped away, Brendan obviously has had many conversations with you all. So I think that's a perfect combination. So that's my recommendation.
Okay, any discussion to my left?
And that would be the recommendation to form the subcommittee and make those two appointments.
Correct, yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for clarifying that.
Just
Mr. Brendan?
A couple things here, Mayor. First, thank you, Stu, for making that motion. I'll try not to, I think Sam, he's wearing a Ramblin' Man hat, so I'll try not to be a Ramblin' Man up here. But this community continues to show up, and you have both green and yellow shirts, like the mayor said. You have multiple people wearing green and yellow shirts, which is pretty impressive. But I know that all 5 of us, and this is a great discussion or debate to have. You literally have 5 council members that would love to be on this subcommittee, and we're all fighting and vying for that. So, I mean, that's just a kudos to us up here, and we all want to make Temecula the best place possible, even if we may not always agree on what that looks like. We're all fighting for what we believe is the best version of Temecula. So it's just an honor to be up here with my fellow colleagues. And just thank you to the speakers that came up here. Thank you to the people that emailed. Thank you to the people that called in. Like we continuously say, this is a very involved community, and it's an honor to be up here representing you. And with Stu's motion, I just have to throw out there that I would like to see Mayor Pro Tem, I have to throw it out there, with his knowledge and background and experience in this. I know some of the speakers felt that he was against it, but I think it's important for someone with his background and experience to be in there to give his knowledge and perspective. But I also understand that you know, whatever the council wishes is we're going to work with. And like the mayor said, this is a subcommittee, right? Everything is going to come back from that subcommittee. They're going to get reports, you know, every other week or whatever it comes to. And the final decision by any subcommittee has to come before council. So all 5 of us will have a say on it, regardless of who is on the subcommittee. But I would be remiss if I didn't throw out that I think Mayor Pro Tem Ron, with his experience and background and knowledge base in this subject matter, would be a great asset to the subcommittee. But again, thank you to the community for showing up. Thank you for speaking. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to continuously voice your opinion and what you believe is best for the community. It is truly an honor to sit up here and listen to you. That is all, Madam Mayor.
Thank you very much. Zach?
Yeah, I'll just sort of piggyback on those comments. Thanks, Stu, for the motion and for the support. I think, you know, Brendan, you've certainly been, you know, working on this for a while, and I think that's great. I had one conversation with Marianne, and I'm like, let's bring this to council. We got to just like move on this. And there isn't anyone up here that you know isn't going to pour their heart and soul in this. I will say that was a little odd. I don't know if we've ever had an item where the public was picking who was going to be on the subcommittee, but it is what it is. I won't be offended by anyone. I think there's a little Marine Corps bias going on here in the room. Rightfully so. You earned it. You get that. But I think at the end of the day, like, we're all here for the community. We're all here to bust our butts to make sure that we're doing what's best. I do think that Mayor Pro Tem will actually push us. And so I will happily serve with you on this, Councilmember Kalfas, and knowing full well when we bring this back to council, we're going to be looking to our right and have to answer a lot of questions, right? And so I think he'll sort of sharpen us in ways that'll be good in this sort of public forum. So yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day, this is going to be a good thing for the community.
All right, and thank you to my council for your comments. I'm sure if Matt was here, he'd want to definitely speak to the item too. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it. With that being said, it's not an easy decision, because I think every single one of us here brings something special to this situation. We bring our own expertise, we bring our own knowledge, our own desire to want to see children and our families thrive. But that doesn't change just because these individuals or whoever gets picked is not in the subcommittee. And I will assure you as mayor that we will continue to strive together as a community no matter what. And so that being said, and I know Matt has a ton of knowledge, but again, he still sits up here, just like Stu, just like Brendan, just like Zach and myself. And so I don't think any one of us is going to allow this to fall through the cracks at all. And I know staff is definitely wanting to dig in more. So with that being said, I know there's a motion on the floor. So your motion again was to have Brendan and Zach, to approve the subcommittee, to bring it, and then also have Brendan and Zach on that subcommittee. Okay, let's go to a motion. Let's go to a vote. We have a motion. Let's go to vote. All right, and that passes a 4-0. So our new subcommittee or ad hoc subcommittee is going to be of Zach and Brendan. And I just want to say thank you guys to the both of you. Zach, you brought this, and Brendan, you've been doing a lot of legwork behind the scenes, and so it's going to be great to see you guys working on this together. I'm very thankful. So, all right. Number 18, we're done with. Let's see. Okay, this is where those kids get to talk. Public comments. All right, do we have any public comments that we did not get to?
So I do not have any public comments on non-agendized items. However, but I heard what council indicated. So if there was anybody that wants to provide a 3-minute public comment on anything that was not on the agenda, now would be your opportunity.
Oh, go ahead. Yes.
Hello again. I don't think I'll take a full 3 minutes, but I did just want to say again, I want to say thank you for your words, and I do think both of you are going to be outstanding to work with. And I know that Marianne and I, we eagerly look forward to the opportunity of being a part of this conversation. I would like to have a seat at the table along with her. You know, she started this, she kind of brought me in. We're fully invested. Assistant Director of Finance over there, I see him. He's like, how much is it going to cost? I've got a deal for you. Free 99. All right? I'm not going to charge anything. I literally want to donate my time, my effort, my blood, sweat, and tears into this because I care about this community, and I know we can do great things moving forward. It wasn't a slight against any of you. I think all of you would be great, and I know you will be involved in the process. I was actually up for the challenge of Dr. Ron being on the subcommittee because I think he's got a big brain. And I think he really enjoys the scientific method, so I was ready to explore that with him, and I think he'll be a part of that as well. Director Moreno, who's not here, but the assistant director's here, so please take this message back to him unless he's going to be watching on YouTube. As a fellow nerd, I looked up his alma mater. Do you know where he went, sir? Cal Poly. Do you know what their motto is? Learn by doing. All right, and that's what we're going to be doing with this subcommittee. We're going to learn together, okay? It's not going to be an easy process, but we want to learn together to make this place better, and I look forward to the opportunity to do that. So, Brendan, look forward to those conversations. Zach, same thing. Hope to hear from you soon, and that's all I have. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
That's it.
Anybody else? Come on up.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go for it because we didn't get a chance before. Well, my son left, but he just really wanted to say how he's looking forward for the committee to actually being built and for him to be playing on a pesticide-free grass with his friends. Soccer season is starting, so we know what's on that speed zone grass right now and all the other pesticides. So on my end, I just really want to say how proud I am of, how far this has come. 2 years ago, this couldn't be fixed. And now tonight, you're voting on it. That's a real turnaround, and I really don't take that for granted. So I just want to say thank you to all the supporters that came out together, Save Temecula, and my supporters that already had left as well, and the kids, because we really believe in this cause, and I'm really, really hopeful that Brandon, and I missed if you decided on the second, Zach, that really came forward with actually putting this and turning this into reality. I really believe that if everyone believes in this cause as much as I do, because it wasn't easy to build this alone, I think we can make this happen. So thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you so much for your comments. And thank you again to this great community that we live in. So, all right. Items for future city council. Does anybody have anything you'd like to add for next meeting? Seeing none. City manager report.
Nothing tonight.
All right, excellent. City attorney, sir?
No report tonight.
All right, so tonight's going to be a little bit of a special night. We are going to recess to a special meeting of the city council with closed session being held after. Okay, hold on, I got to figure out how to do this. Okay, next we're going to call to order a special meeting. We are all here. Do you need to call another roll call? We're good. Okay. We're going to have a business item for a special meeting. One item is going to be considered as consider options for appointment unopposed candidates and cancel the position of the November 3rd, 2026 general municipal election for districts 1 and, wait, no, am I right? Oh, I am right, okay. Districts 1 and 3. Sorry. Can I get a staff report?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I'm happy to provide a brief staff report. Yes, the Mayor, Council, you are here to consider options to appoint unopposed candidates and cancel the portion of the November 3rd, 2026 general municipal election for Districts 1 and 3. As you are aware, the City of Temecula this year will be conducting a general municipal election for 3 districts, Districts 1, 3, and 5. Districts 2 and 4 will be on the November 2028 ballot. At the close of the nomination period on August 7th at 5 p.m., which was last Friday, District 1 had 1 candidate, the incumbent. District 3 had 1 candidate, the incumbent. District 5 has 4 candidates, including the incumbent. As such, Districts 1 and 3 are uncontested. The Elections Code, specifically Section 10229, governs uncontested municipal elections. Following amendments enacted by AB 1784 that were in effect last year on January 1st, 2025, that particular subdivision actually addresses citywide offices, legislative district offices, and at-large offices. When only one person is nominated for a legislative district, the elections officials can certify that fact to the governing body, and then the governing body can appoint the candidate and or appoint an elector if no candidate has filed. In this case, that's not applicable, or proceed with the election. If the first option is selected, meaning you would like to go ahead and appoint the lone candidates to the District 1 and 3 in lieu of an election, basically what is required is certification by myself as the city clerk, a public notice under Government Code Section 6061, a 5-day waiting period, and appointment before the 75th day prior to the election. That happens to be Thursday, August 20th, which is why we are having a special meeting today because of the timeline in which the City Council must do this. The subdivision D expressly states that an appointment that is made in one legislative district does not affect the conduct of the municipal election in other legislative districts. So therefore, appointments and elections may occur simultaneously in different districts, and District 5 can proceed to election regardless of whether an appointment happens in Districts 1 or 3. It is therefore recommended that the City Council consider these options, specifically 1, to go ahead and appoint the lone nominees to Districts 1 and 3 and proceed with District 5, or option number 2, to proceed with elections for all districts. Tonight, we are here to receive your general direction only. We do not need a motion tonight. It is truly to receive general direction so that we can go ahead and move forward with the notice of publication. And at a special meeting on Thursday, August 20th at 9 a.m. is when you will be asked to go ahead and make the official appointment of the 2 lone candidates to Districts 1 and 3 and cancel the elections for those 2 districts, proceed with the district election for District 5, and accept the certification of the facts for Districts 1 and 3. So that is my staff report. I'm happy to answer any questions. There are no public comments on this particular item.
All right, thank you very much for that report, Mr. Andy Joel. And I'm going to move on to council questions, and I'm already seeing Stu raise his hand.
Well, I don't have a question.
Oh, okay.
I think option 1 is our best and only option.
Okay.
Let's lock it down and be done with it.
Okay, you said we have no public comments, right?
No.
We have no.
So I can check that off, and now we can go into general discussion or questions.
I am in favor of Stu's option as well.
Are you sure?
Biased.
That was gonna be my one question. I'm like, let's just ask the incumbents what they want and do what they want. It seems really silly to spend money on an election when there's only one person running.
Yeah.
Agreed. So, and I agree with that. I say number 1. So it sounds like we're all in agreement. So we'll need anything else from us?
We do not. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you very much. All right, and then we will be calling that special meeting back on August 20th to move on that item. Last bit before we close out, actually, we're adjourning to the closed session, to the next meeting.
Recessing to close session.
Recessing to the
We'll
closed session.
adjourn afterwards.
And we'll adjourn afterwards, says the city manager. Or not city, you are the city attorney.
No, I'm not city manager.
Sir. Okay, and then, so if I could just ask that the council just go directly upstairs along with staff in order to be able to conduct this meeting right away, it'd be greatly appreciated. Staff, community, thank you for everything, and we will recess this upstairs.